La Lamborghini Urus 2027 consolida su posición como el super SUV definitivo. No es solo una mejora, es una reinvención.
Forget everything you think you know about the super SUV. Forget the Cayenne Turbo GT. Forget the Aston Martin DBX 707. Even forget the Ferrari Purosangue, because what you are looking at right now isn't just the next step for Lamborghini. It is a complete reset of the high-performance benchmark. They said the SUV segment was getting stale. They said electrification would kill the soul of the raging bull. Well, Sant'Agata just dropped a thermonuclear orange bomb on the entire automotive industry. This is the concept vision for the 2027 Lamborghini Urus. And if this is the future is absolutely terrifying in the best way possible. Welcome back to New Car. I'm your host, and today we are diving deep into a machine that looks like it escaped from a cyberpunk battlefield. Today isn't about sensible family haulers. It's about pure, unadulterated aggression and the future of Italian speed. Let's address the elephant in the room immediately: the design. The current Urus, especially the Performante, is already a shouting, extroverted vehicle. It's not subtle, but this 2027 concept makes the current model look almost polite. Just look at the front end. The traditional Lamborghini Y signature lights have been razor-thinned, shoved way up high under the hood line, giving it this predatory squint. But the real story is below that. The air intakes are absolutely gargantuan. They have abandoned any pretense of elegance for sheer aerodynamic violence. You have these massive carbon fiber blades slicing through the fascia, channeling air not just for cooling, but desperately trying to keep this thing glued to the tarmac. The hexagonal grille mesh is wider, angrier. It's a face that doesn't just ask you to move out of the left lane, it demands it. Moving to the side profile, the stance is radically different. The current Urus sits high. This concept looks hunkered down, almost like a shooting brake on steroids rather than a traditional SUV. The roofline is chopped lower, and the rakes on the windshield and rear glass are far more aggressive. And then there are the shoes. These wheels are immense. They have to be at least 24 or 25 inches, finished in that striking bronze that contrasts so perfectly with the Arancio Borealis paintwork. The design is incredibly complex, almost organic, like roots growing over a rock. You can just barely see the carbon ceramic brakes tucked behind them, which they're going to need, because this thing is going to be heavy, and it is going to be fast. But the biggest question surrounding a 2027 Urus isn't how it looks. It's what powers it. We are standing on the edge of a massive transition for Lamborghini. We know the Revuelto has embraced the V12 hybrid. We know the Huracan successor is going hybrid. So, what happens to the big bull? There are two prevailing theories for this 2027 concept. The first is the quote, zero bet, an evolution of the current twin-turbo V8, heavily hybridized. We're talking 3 electric motors, 1 integrated into the transmission, 2 on the front axle, pushing the combined output way past the 800 horsepower mark, maybe even touching 900. But there is a second, wilder theory that fits this radical design better. Lamborghini has said they aren't ready for a full EV supercar yet because of the weight. But an SUV can hide weight better. There is a very real possibility that by 2027, this will be Lamborghini's first ultra-high-performance full EV, or at least a plug-in hybrid with a massive battery pack designed for pure performance rather than efficiency. Imagine a quad-motor setup, one for each wheel, providing infinitely variable torque vectoring. The cornering speeds of something like that would defy physics. We could be looking at a 0 to 60 time in the low 2-second range in an SUV. That is hypercar territory. Now, we don't have shots of the interior yet, but we can infer a lot from the exterior. Lamborghini calls their drivers pilots, and the cockpit of the future will reflect that. By 2027, expect the screens to integrate more seamlessly. We're likely past the era of just gluing iPads to the dashboard. Expect heavy use of augmented reality in the windshield, projecting racing lines or navigation arrows directly onto the road ahead. The materials will likely move beyond standard leather and Alcantara into sustainable, lightweight composites that we haven't even seen yet. It will be tight, focused, and utterly driver-centric. So, why does this concept matter right now? Why is Lamborghini showing us this extreme vision? It's about the competition. When the Urus first launched, it had the playground mostly to itself. Now, the Ferrari Purosangue is here with a naturally aspirated V12, and it has absolutely shaken up the market. It's more exclusive, it sounds better, and it drives incredibly well. Lamborghini cannot sit still. This 2027 concept is Lamborghini's answer. It's their way of saying, you brought a V12 to a knife fight? Fine. We're bringing a spaceship. They have to push the envelope of aggression because that is the brand's DNA. A Lamborghini must always be the most outrageous thing in the parking lot. If it doesn't scare small children and annoy your neighbors, it's not doing its job right. This concept also signals a shift in how we perceive performance SUVs. They are no longer compromises. They are becoming the primary platforms for the wildest automotive technology because their higher price points and larger footprints allow engineers to pack in more tech, more batteries, and more complex aero systems. Looking at this orange monster, you get the sense that Lamborghini isn't afraid of the electrified future anymore. They've figured out how to make it angry. They've figured out how to keep the emotion. If the production version of the 2027 Urus looks even 80% like this concept, and if it delivers the 4-digit horsepower figures we are anticipating, the super SUV war is over. Lamborghini wins. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Is this too much? Has Lamborghini gone too far with the aggressive styling, or is this exactly what the Urus needs to stay on top? And the big question, would you prefer a 900 horsepower hybrid V8 or a 1200 horsepower full electric version? Let the debate begin down below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of the Raging Bull, smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews of the latest metal hitting the road. This has been New Car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. SEO and Optimization Suite. Option 1. Focus on shock value and rivalry. Title: The 2027 Lamborghini Urus concept is absolutely insane. Ferrari is done. Option 2. Focus on specs and future tech. Title: 1200 horsepower electric nightmare. The 2027 Lamborghini Urus revealed. Option 3. Focus on design curiosity. Title: Did they go too far? The new 2027 Lamborghini Urus concept first look. Video description: Lamborghini has just reset the benchmark for the super SUV. In this video, we take an exclusive first look at the 2027 Lamborghini Urus concept, a machine that makes the current Performante look tame. We dive deep into the incredibly aggressive new design language, analyze the massive aerodynamic changes, and speculate on the game-changing powertrain that will likely push this beast past 1,000 horsepower. Is this the end of the gas-powered SUV or the ultimate hybrid weapon? Subscribe to New Car for the latest automotive news and reviews. Topics covered in this video: detailed exterior design analysis of the 2027 Urus concept, comparison against the current Urus Performante and Ferrari Purosangue, powertrain speculation, V8 hybrid versus quad-motor EV, the future of Lamborghini interior technology and augmented reality. Tags keywords: Lamborghini Urus. 2027 New Lamborghini Urus. Urus concept: Lamborghini SUV, Super SUV, Ferrari Purosangue versus Urus. 2027 cars. Future car concept: Hyper SUV, electric Lamborghini, hybrid supercar, automotive news, car review, new car channel, luxury SUV, high performance SUV, Sant'Agata Bolognese.